For millions of individuals over the age of 60, the night is not always a time of rest. Instead, it is a period of apprehension. Somewhere between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m., the lightning strikes. It begins as a dull pull in the arch of the foot or the deep belly of the calf, and within seconds, it escalates into a world-ending, bone-deep contraction. The muscle becomes as hard as a stone, the limb becomes unusable, and the pain is so intense it leaves the sufferer gasping for air. This is the reality of nocturnal leg cramps, NLC. While cramps can affect anyone, statistics show that seniors are nearly 3 times more likely to experience them than younger adults. But why? To answer that, we have to look past the surface and examine the aging human body as a complex machine that is experiencing a tuning issue between its electrical wiring and its mechanical parts. Chapter 1. The neurological short circuit, the wiring. The most sophisticated explanation for why seniors suffer most lies in the nervous system. Every muscle movement you make is an electrical event. Your brain sends a signal down the spinal cord, through the alpha motor neurons, and into the muscle fibers. The loss of the off switch. In a healthy, young body, muscles are kept in check by 2 sensory organs. Muscle spindles. These sit inside the muscle and say, contract. We need to move. Golgi tendon organs. GTOs. These sit where the muscle meets the bone. They act as the emergency brake. If a muscle contracts too hard or too long, the GTO sends a signal back to the spine saying, stop. Relax the muscle before it tears. As we age, we undergo a process called neural degeneration. The alpha motor neurons begin to die off or lose their protective coating, myelin. Because the wiring is fraying, the signals become noisy. The Golgi tendon organs, the brakes, become less sensitive. At night, when your body is still, the contract signal from the muscle spindles can fire accidentally. Because the relax signal from the GTO is too weak or too slow to respond, the muscle gets stuck in a feedback loop. It is essentially an electrical storm where the on switch is jammed and the off switch is broken. Chapter 2. Sarcopenia and structural decay, the engine. If the nerves are the wiring, the muscles are the engine. As humans age, they experience sarcopenia, the involuntary loss of skeletal muscle mass and quality. The quality of the fiber. Starting around age 40, humans lose about 1% of their muscle mass per year. But it's not just about size, it's about type. We lose our fast-twitch fibers first. The remaining slow-twitch fibers have to work overtime to keep us upright and walking. By the end of a normal day, a senior's leg muscles have performed the equivalent of a marathon for a 20-year-old. This chronic fatigue causes a buildup of metabolic byproducts, like lactic acid and reactive oxygen species. These chemicals irritate the muscle cell membranes, making them hyperexcitable. A hyperexcitable muscle is like a dry forest in a drought. It only takes one tiny spark, a small movement in bed, to start a massive fire, a cramp. The shrinking tendon. Furthermore, aging causes tendons to lose their elasticity through a process called cross-linking. Tendons become shorter and stiffer. When a senior lies down to sleep, their feet usually fall into a pointed position, plantar flexion. Because the tendons are short, the calf muscle is forced into a hypershortened state. Muscles are most unstable when they are at their shortest. In this position, the nerves are most likely to misfire, locking the shortened muscle into a painful knot. Chapter 3. The chemical crisis, the fuel. The third pillar of the cramp trinity is the internal chemistry of the body, specifically electrolytes and hydration. The thirst mechanism. The human brain has a thirst center in the hypothalamus. In seniors, this center becomes less sensitive. An older adult can be clinically dehydrated but feel perfectly fine. Dehydration shrinks the space around the muscle cells, the interstitial space. This squishing of the cells causes the nerve endings to be physically squeezed, which can trigger spontaneous electrical discharges. The mineral balance, $mg 2 plus $, $ca 2 plus $k plus $. Muscles require a precise dance of minerals to function. Calcium triggers the contraction. Magnesium triggers the relaxation. Potassium resets the electrical charge. As kidney function naturally declines with age, the body becomes less efficient at keeping these minerals in balance. This is compounded by the medication effect. Many seniors take diuretics, water pills, for blood pressure, which flush out potassium and magnesium. Others take statins for cholesterol, which can interfere with the energy-producing mitochondria in muscle cells. This chemical instability makes a cramp almost inevitable. Chapter 4. The vascular connection. Blood flow is the delivery system for oxygen and the trash pickup system for waste. Many seniors suffer from chronic venous insufficiency, CVI, a condition where the valves in the leg veins weaken and blood struggles to climb back up to the heart. When blood pools in the lower legs during the day, it causes swelling, edema. At night, when the legs are finally horizontal, that fluid begins to reabsorb into the bloodstream. This shift in fluid volume changes the concentration of electrolytes around the muscles rapidly. This chemical shift is often the final trigger that causes a muscle to seize up in the middle of the night. Chapter 5. The summary of attack. So, why do they attack mostly seniors? Nerves, the off switch, Golgi tendon organ, is failing. Muscles, they are fatigued, shortened, and replaced by stiff tissue. Chemistry, dehydration is silent, and medications are draining essential minerals. Circulation, fluid shifts at night irritate the muscle environment. Chapter 6. Strategies for prevention. To end your audio script or video, you must provide the antidote. The wall stretch, forcing the calf into a lengthened state for 3 minutes before bed to reset the Golgi tendon organs. Hydration schedules, drinking water by the clock, not by thirst. Magnesium supplementation, with a doctor's approval, to help the muscle relax signals. Footwear awareness, ensuring the engine, the muscle, isn't overstressed during the day by flat, unsupportive shoes.